Alright, this is Tyler with T-Jack's Survival. I'm going to show you today how to make an upside-down fire. First, why would we want to make an upside-down fire? Well, a fire is made out of three things, okay? It needs oxygen, fuel, and heat. The problem is, the majority of the people that'll use fire in the backcountry, they neglect the oxygen. And in an upside-down fire, we put large logs on the bottom, and then we put smaller logs kind of on a platform with dog legs, so the oxygen can come underneath to a teepee that we put our little nest inside of. So once I get the nest on fire, put in that teepee, it then burns through those smaller pieces and then slow burns into those larger pieces. So the reason we'd want to make an upside down fire is it lasts longer, it burns more pure, and it gives off more heat. So what I'm going to do to build this upside down fire is I've got my dog legs, these big guys right here. When I say big, I'm talking relative, because when you're in the backcountry, you don't want your fire to burn for days. I mean, if you do, you put bigger logs on them. But when you want it to burn pure and be over with quickly, try to make it about the length of your arm and the diameter of your wrist. That way it'll burn pure and you won't have any charcoal left. If you have charcoal left, it can start a fire a lot easier from a natural spark or sunlight through a pop bottle or whatever. So you want it to be dust when you're done. You don't want it to be charcoal when you're done. So we stick our dog legs down, and then we make a flat platform that we can set our little teepee on top of. Use some of these round guys too. Now, if I weren't in my backyard and I was actually in the back country and I had my shelter on this side, I would want some sort of either stacked logs on this side or some sort of berm of dirt so that the heat would reflect into my my little shelter. Now, depending upon where the wind is going, if it's consistent, you want it to enter underneath from either of these two sides, so they go underneath the dog legs and swirl up the center. Once I get heat from my little teepee in the nest I'm going to create right here, it'll create kind of a vacuum and it will suck that inside of this little teepee. So if you have an option, align it with the wind, so turn it depending. Okay? So let me make my teepee real quick. Helps to have a really sharp knife. This is Emil Banks makes a hatchet. This is called the Sparrowhawk. It's on ebprimitives.com or ebprimitives on eBay. But check it out. It's hand forged, crazy sharp. You saw earlier with me chopping those larger logs in half. This super lightweight little hatchet does the job. I'm sorry, little tomahawk. Does the job of a large hatchet, but doesn't weigh half as much, so it makes it easier in the backcountry. So I've got my platform right here to make a little teepee. You're good. Alright, so you've basically got the structure of this. It's two dog legs, a flat platform, and then a teepee on the inside. Now what you need is your nesting material. Let's fire that up. Okay. I'm going to create the flame there, put it in here, blow through it, and it will burn down. Good job. Alright, we'll do this with flint and steel, so we'll make it easy. Okay, let's try to speed this up a bit. We'll put a piece of char cloth inside of it. Mesh up real good. Little piece of cloth there. Cheat, use some ferrocerium here. Okay, I could have spent a little more time and put a little more kindling inside of here, but this will get going. So what we've done is we've added heat with the ferrocerium. We've got oxygen coming in from underneath, and then our fuel. All right. The smaller the fuel pieces, the more surface area it gives you, so the better it's going to catch on fire. The more oxygen that you're able to give the fire, the more the combustion is going to be able to function correctly. So, like I said earlier, the biggest failure people have is they don't give it enough oxygen. As you can tell, this is taking off just fine because it has oxygen it can pull in from the dog legs. And what's going to happen is it'll get these little pieces up top on fire that'll spread and drop. Okay? If you want this to last longer, you put more and larger levels of fire on the bottom. You can build a platform with dog legs, with a platform, with dog legs, with a platform. It'll just crumble all down through them and it will last longer. If you really want it to last a long time, you can put this right next to a very large log that you tip over as it starts to burn, and that way you can take the little stuff to get the big one on fire. Or you can put this in a keyhole fire, which is essentially this is the round part of the key, and then you use a large log to push in as it burns along. All right. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and share this to anyone you think may gain value from learning how to create an upside down fire. Again, thanks for watching.